Hello and welcome to the North Country Outdoor Channel. I am Eric and I want to talk about bidding tree jobs, tree removal, tree work. This could really go for any type of work that you're gonna do, but for me personally, it's tree work. And so what happens is I'm going to bid a job right now, and I'm going to take you along with me. What happens is my phone rings and the customer says, I would like to get a tree removal bid. Now, I have somewhat of a vetting process, if you want to call it that I go through on the phone with the customers, and the first thing I ask is, are there any power lines in the way? And then the next thing is, are there any structures in the way? And what this does is this starts to paint me a picture in my head of what this job is going to look like. And it starts the ball rolling in my head. No, obviously I don't know until I get there, but it's nice to know these things. And then you ask questions like, are you interested in stump grinding? Because that can play obviously a factor in the price. And then I ask, do you want the tree just taken down? Do you want it chipped up and hauled away? I just ask a lot of different questions, and then you ask, do you want to keep the wood or do you want me to take the wood? All these play factors in what the cost is going to be. And this does a couple different things. It lets the customer know that you care about what they want, and it also lets them know that you're legit and you know what you're talking about. And my main goal in doing this is the more questions I ask, the more serious the customer sees that I am about my work, and I don't want them to waste my time by me going out there and giving them a bid and them just turning me down. So the final question that I tend to ask is, have you ever had tree work done before? And if they say yes or no, if they say yes, I'll say, okay, so you know that it can get quite expensive. And if they say no, I'll say, well, it can get pricey depending on what you're asking for. And it can be, sometimes people get a little bit of sticker shock when I give them an estimate, and I just want you to be aware of that. And sometimes they'll say, well, how much are we talking? And then you say, well, I can't really answer that over the phone, but then you can kind of give them a ballpark price. I hate doing that, but sometimes I do, because at that point, then they're like, oh, I can't afford that right now. And you're like, okay, I went through my process, and I'm not going to waste my time coming out to your house to give you an estimate for me to tell you that you can't afford it. So that's why I have a process. It's basically a process of elimination. If I can push them so hard to the point where they are like, yes, come give me an estimate. I know that it can get expensive. This is what I want. Hey man, I'm on my way. Or if I can push them to the point where they're like, yeah, I didn't really realize that it was gonna be, yeah, that's a little much. They start talking like that, then it's like, okay, cool. I don't have to waste my time driving 20 miles and wasting an hour of my day just to get turned down. So you can use that for a lot of different things. For me, it's just tree work. I mean, obviously, for every situation, the questions are going to be different. But I recommend that you kind of vet out your potential customers a little bit, because time is valuable, and I'm not going to waste my time. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a jerk, but I got a lot of stuff going on, and I can't just drive around the country wasting fuel giving out free estimates just because it sounds fun. So we're going to roll up to the house here, and you'll be seeing it for the first time with me, and we'll kind of talk about, the customer's not going to be there, so it'll be a perfect time to break out the camera and kind of talk about this job. So we're pulling up to the house now. Okay, so we're here. This is the first tree here, which is, it's not real big. It's definitely dead, an ash tree. And then as you can see, there's a garage right there, but also up there's my truck. There's like a little roadway there that goes to the right on the river here. There's bridge access. So that right there, that's going to be super easy to just drop away from that garage. That's not going to be a big issue. That's going to be a bada bing, bada boom, no real danger involved. something like that, drop it and haul it away. It would be a lot more if there was, you know, a lot of structure in the way, but there's not really that much structure in the way. I can just deal with it super easy. And then back here, I don't know, we're walking this for the first time together. They said that there's another dead tree that's probably going to land in the river. Oh yeah. Bird feeder is hanging on it. So they want it cut up. Alright. So all the way up there. And they want that cut above where the bird feeder sits. That's really not going to be too bad either. Again, no real big structure problems. The only thing is we're going to have to drop that thing. There is a power line right here, but that's not really a big deal. We can drop it that way. The worst part about this is it's going to fall in the river, and we're going to have to jump down into the river and clean it up. So that's the worst part about it. Not really a big deal. There are, you know, there's jobs that get a lot hairier, where you got power lines a foot to your left and a house a foot to your right, and you know, stuff like that costs more money. And then obviously, if they wanted that stump ground, you know, everything, there's a lot of different things that dictate prices. And a lot of times anymore, people don't really have a lot of money, so they'll just have me come in and dump the tree over and get the hazardous stuff done and over with, and then they'll clean it up, and that changes the price quite a bit too. So that's that. All right, so that estimate is done. I have to call the customer, let them know a price. Right now my phone has no service, and I was talking to you and wasn't paying attention. I had the GPS going on my phone telling me how to get there, and now I don't have any service and I don't know where I'm going, so I don't know how to get back out of here. But so yeah, that's going to be a pretty easy job. I think they'll go for it. She seemed, this is just a vacation home. They live downstate. She seemed pretty cool on the phone, like she knew that it was going to cost some money. You know, and a lot of times too, if you start giving out prices and whatnot, and people start getting a little bit on the fence about it, you can say, like I have a website and I have coupons on my website, and I'll say, I do have, if you want to go to my website, I do have some coupons on there that you could apply towards the bill. And I think one of them is 10% off the first $500, so that'll save them $50. I think I got a 5% senior discount, 5% military discount. It's all on the you can use it on the first 500, the second 500, and the third 500. I don't allow it to be used like stack them up and use it on the whole balance. But you know, they could potentially save 50 to $100 on their bill, and you know, a lot of times just that little sweetener is what seals the deal. So I don't really mention coupons unless they bring it up to me or they are on the fence about the price. You know, there's just little tips and tricks that you can do to make a customer feel better about the situation. And I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'll do whatever it takes. So anyways, that's all for today. Just remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are one of a kind. Tomorrow's a new day. Be creative and own it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.